Hi, welcome to ClickGen. Today, we will talk about the art of note-taking. Do you sometimes struggle to determine what to write down during lectures? The average student takes down notes at a rate of 1/3 of a word per second. The average teacher speaks 2 to 3 words per second. That means if you're trying to copy down everything your teacher is saying, you're going to fall seriously behind. People who take notes remember the material better than those who don't. But how much better? A 1970 study by developmental psychologist Michael Howe found out that students were 7 times more likely to remember facts 1 week after hearing them if they took notes. But here's the thing. Sometimes, we tend to copy everything, and that's really exhausting. So, how can we be effective note-takers? Note-taking is the act or process of writing down information. Note-taking while listening is significantly different from taking down notes while reading. These differences include the following. In note-taking while listening, you cannot pause the lecturer, speech, or discussion to go over information you have not fully understood. In note-taking while reading, it is easy to stop and reread something if needed. In note-taking while listening, when you need to look up information, you have to make a note of the important details and look them up later on. In note-taking while reading, when you need to look up information, you can do so right away. In note-taking while listening, you cannot pause or stop the lecturer, speech, or discussion if you fall behind on taking down notes. However, when it comes to taking notes while reading, you can read and take down notes at your own pace. There are various methods that you may use for note-taking, some of which are the following. Okay, it's time for a recap. Note-taking while reading is different from note-taking while listening. There are 4 methods for note-taking: outlining, mapping, charting, and sentence method. And for you to be effective note-takers, remember the acronym ASAF. Always be an active listener, selective in choosing information, specific in detail, attentive to the speaker, and lastly, have focus to avoid distraction. Now, here is my question for you. What are some problems you encounter whenever you take down notes? What strategies or solutions do you employ to address these problems? That concludes our lesson for today. This is Teacher Lei for ClickGen.